Shrimp need calcium to build, maintain, and successfully shed their exoskeleton. Their entire survival revolves around molting. As shrimp grow, they periodically shed their old shell and form a new one. Calcium is what makes that new shell strong, stable, and protective. But it doesn't stop there. Calcium is also involved in muscle function, nerve signaling, and overall internal balance. So where does that calcium actually come from? Is it from their food or the water? The honest answer is both, but not in the way you'd think. In a typical aquarium, shrimp get the majority of their usable calcium directly from the water column, not from their food. And this is where most people misunderstand how calcium actually works. This becomes especially important during molting. When a shrimp molts, it sheds its old exoskeleton and is left with a soft, flexible new shell. At this stage, it must rapidly absorb calcium to harden that shell. This is when shrimp actively pull dissolved calcium out of the water through their gills and body, allowing the new exoskeleton to firm up and stabilize. This process is fast and time sensitive. If calcium is not readily available in the water during this window, that's when problems begin. The new shell may not harden properly, leaving the shrimp soft and vulnerable for too long. In more serious cases, shrimp can experience failed molts where they become stuck and die mid-molt. Even if they survive, you may start to see weak shells, repeated molting issues, or shrimp that slowly decline over time. At the same time, food is not irrelevant. It's just not the primary source in most setups. Instead, it acts as a support system. Shrimp naturally feed on biofilm, algae, detritus, and supplemental foods, all of which can provide trace minerals, including calcium. They will also often consume their shed exoskeleton after molting, recycling some of that calcium they previously used. Dietary calcium becomes especially important in softer water for species adapted to low mineral environments, during early life stages, or in heavily breeding colonies where demand is higher. In these situations, food helps provide a more consistent and ongoing supply of calcium alongside what is absorbed from the water column. This is why two tanks can be fed the exact same food but have completely different molting outcomes. And that difference almost always traces back to the water.